Can you give me a sec?
Alan, we are so fucked.
I originally had a different video planned for this week, paying homage to a show that just ended, but life and responsibilities with school and other stuff got in the way, so now I am pushing that back a week. However, I did want to release something this week, and with all the recent controversy surrounding the upcoming Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, as well as me being a huge fan of the franchise, I want to share my thoughts and concerns regarding all the recent crap this movie's going through, with less than a half of a year to go before its release. Avatar: The Last Airbender is not only my favorite show of all time, but my favorite work of art ever created, particularly Season 3. It starts with a perfect beginning, middle chunk, and ending with its characters, locations, themes, and writing being carved in stone within my mind, and is practically the entire reason I am passionate about entertainment media, especially animation. I'm sure if you're a fan of the show, you'll probably know about the 2010 cinematic disaster that was M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender movie. You all don't need a lecture as to why that's trash. It understands little to nothing about the source material. Pacing and special effects are terrible. Personality completely stripped away from every main character, etc. I have no idea as to how they thought taking one of the most visually beautiful pieces of Western animated television and turning it into this cheap, live-action cash grab is beyond me. Our current decade rolls around and we finally get an announcement of a proper and theatrical Avatar animated movie, and I remember them being announced to be focusing on Avatar Kyoshi, Zuko, and Avatar Korra. Somewhere down the line, the Avatar Kyoshi movie was announced to be replaced by an Avatar Aang movie, and in hindsight, I would have been interested in a Kyoshi movie, but making an Aang one first sounds like the smarter idea, considering how he's the character most people think of first whenever this franchise is brought up. So Aang getting a movie first makes perfect sense. So it can easily sell well and pave the way for future movies on other big characters within this franchise. I remember waiting for this movie for a good few years now, it getting pushed back multiple times, and as of the time I'm recording this, the film will be released on October 9th, 2026. Now, I'm sure that all sounds fine and dandy with that day being less than half a year away. It seems like every single Avatar fan's dream is about to come true, except Paramount and Nickelodeon seemingly don't want this to be as big of a success as it could be. First, I want to talk about probably the biggest thing that's holding this movie back right now. Its theatrical release being canceled. To me, one of the most exciting things about this movie was that it was going to be released theatrically. My favorite piece of media ever created, getting a film that showcases a point in the timeline that never really got too much depth, sounded like an incredible idea, and 2D animation on the big screen? How often do you see that nowadays? And being how Avatar is currently one of Nickelodeon's most popular and beloved franchises of all time, releasing it in theaters with good marketing would surely guarantee not only a successful film, but possibly even more projects similar to this, if not bigger within the Avatar franchise in general. However, on December 23rd of last year, Pamelia McClintock posted an article on the Hollywood Reporter website revealing that the movie will not be coming to theaters and will instead be a direct-to-streaming film in order to boost the Paramount Plus subscriber base. Fans were understandably pissed off about this for a damn good reason. This decision not only takes an Avatar experience unlike any other away from them, but practically limits the audience for this movie as well, as if anything, streaming services have been receiving nothing but backlash in recent time for being way too overpriced and handling their content poorly, and Paramount Plus is no exception. So right off the bat, making it a streaming exclusive event is already limiting its ratings and possibly setting it up for failure. If that wasn't enough, even more salt and lemon juice was added into the wound this past week, as some asshole out there just thought, who cares if a group of talented people poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this project for years? It's no longer coming to theaters, so let's pull a Sandy Cheeks and Plankton move by leaking the full thing online. I'll admit, I am guilty for watching a clip of it when I just woke up one morning, and I thought for a first impression, it looked cool, but then people just kept reposting the full thing in spoilers as well, which I won't get into because I've been trying to avoid them myself outside of that one clip where the caption over it was the person being confused that Toph was straight. Like, bro, did we watch the same show? Thankfully, the person who leaked this online is currently being investigated by Paramount, as they should, but the fact that people are still posting spoilers for the film, as well as constantly trying to repost it and clips of it, just makes me angry. It all just hurts, man. Not just with how much of a big Avatar fan I am, but with how much of a disrespect this is to the entire cast and crew. Making any piece of quality entertainment, especially an animated feature, takes a lot of time, love, passion, and effort. These people have been working on this movie for years, and they deserve to have their work shown on the big screen, and it would be an extremely dumb financial decision to not have this in theaters. And the fact that there are people out there who claim to care about its success, yet are willing to post and watch the leaked movie without giving the people who poured their heart and soul into this a single fraction of support, and ultimately decreasing its chances of achieving success in terms of performance, let alone being put back into theaters, is extremely depressing. At this point, it'll take a miracle for this film to be put back in theaters, let alone succeed as much as it deserves to. I know that there are petitions for it to happen with tons of signatures, but with what just happened this week, this all left me really concerned about this movie's future, and it would be devastating to see the first proper movie in this franchise to fail financially because of dumb decisions. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more detailed reviews and analysis on movies, TV, gaming, and more. And remember to keep calm and let life carry you on.